Why does one phone make you feel calm and powerful, while another makes you feel alive and ready to move? Apple and Samsung build with the same screens, chips, and glass, yet your brain reacts to them like two different worlds. This video dives into the secret psychology behind their design choices, from colors and spacing to motion and website flow. By the end, you'll see how design doesn't just change what you see, it changes what you feel. Stay tuned, because the truth hides in the space between calm and chaos. Two devices, same specs, same screen, same chip. And yet somehow, one feels like art while the other feels like electricity. This isn't just branding or marketing hype. It's psychology in motion. Behind every pixel, every burst of color, every moment of silence or animation, lies a design code that manipulates emotion. Apple's world is quiet and deliberate, like walking into a minimalist gallery where the walls themselves seem to breathe. Samsung's, on the other hand, is alive, rhythmic, pulsing, full of color and movement, like a neon-lit city that never stops talking. It's not about better or worse. It's about how they make you feel. Apple designs for peace. Samsung designs for motion. And by the end of this, you'll see how your brain, without realizing it, chooses sides. Because design, at its deepest level, isn't about what you see. It's about what you feel when you see it. Apple doesn't sell phones or laptops the way most companies do. It sells tranquility. Everything about its design is built on a principle called cognitive fluency. The easier something is to process, the more beautiful and trustworthy it feels. That's why Apple's interfaces feel simple, natural, inevitable. Every color, every line, every millisecond of animation is chosen to soothe, not surprise. The company strips away noise literally and visually until only calm remains. Its stores are silent, the signage minimal, the light perfectly balanced. Its interfaces are the same. White space everywhere, soft grays, rounded corners, deliberate motion that never rushes. Psychologists call it the aesthetic usability effect. When something looks better, people assume it works better. Apple turned that into an empire. Your brain, exposed to symmetry, white backgrounds, and steady rhythm, subconsciously reads luxury. It feels like stepping into control, like everything is already taken care of for you. Even the packaging plays its part. The heavy matte box, the subtle slide as the lid comes off, the whisper of air that escapes as if exhaling luxury itself. That's anticipatory pleasure in action, dopamine released before you even touch the device. Apple engineered not just products but moments. Every detail is designed to make you feel calm, powerful, and certain that you belong in this world of quiet perfection. Samsung couldn't be more different. If Apple is a gallery, Samsung is a concert. Its design language doesn't whisper, it moves. Samsung's UX team works around energy, motion, and exploration, built on the neuroscience of arousal. The more visual stimulation your brain receives, bright colors, faster transitions, dynamic contrast, the more awake and curious you feel. Samsung's One UI bounces, slides, reacts. The layout isn't about restraint, it's about rhythm. Buttons rise under your thumb. Headers shift into view. Vibrant hues explode across the screen. You're not passively observing technology, you're dancing with it. That's what Samsung understands. Novelty releases dopamine. Every time something moves, changes, or surprises you, your brain pays attention. That's why Samsung's colors are bolder, its motion faster, its sounds sharper. Blue dominates because it signals confidence. Violet appears because it triggers imagination. Where Apple's minimalism tells you to pause, Samsung's energy tells you to go. It's a brand built on kinetic trust, the belief that motion means innovation. And when you hold a Samsung device, your senses don't relax, they engage. You don't feel calm, you feel alive. The same psychological war plays out on their websites. Visit Apple, calm, and you'll see restraint turned into religion. Endless white backgrounds, generous space between elements, slow cinematic fades. The homepage greets you with one product, one emotion, nothing else. It feels like stepping into a luxury store where the silence itself costs money. The palette black, white, soft gray activates a principle known as the law of pranons. The brain loves order. Simplicity feels sophisticated. Your eye moves effortlessly, guided by invisible geometry. Every image is centered. Every word feels like it belongs there. The rhythm of text and space allows your mind to breathe, and that breathing feels expensive. Now open Samsung.com. Suddenly you're inside a moving canvas. Bright colors, layered images, dynamic transitions. The moment you scroll, something responds. A foldable phone bends open, screens flash, gradients ripple. The page feels alive, almost theatrical, filled with energy. This is embodied cognition in action. Your body senses motion, and your mind feels emotion. The experience isn't calm, it's kinetic. Samsung's site invites you to explore, to move, to play. There are multiple calls to action, contrasting sections, and animated visuals that simulate depth. It feels as if the website itself has a heartbeat. Apple's website invites admiration. Samsung's invites participation. One wants you to sit back. The other wants you to dive in. And that difference, how it makes you move or pause, changes how your brain interprets value. Apple feels exclusive because it limits your sensory input. It gives you just enough to feel in control. Samsung feels inclusive because it overwhelms you just enough to keep you excited. Both are manipulating your emotional chemistry, one through silence, the other through sound. Even color and spacing carry hidden meaning. Apple's white backgrounds feel luxurious because emptiness suggests control. The slower you process something, the more you value it. In neuroscience, calm spacing literally lowers your arousal rate, making you feel safe and centered. Samsung's tighter layouts, stronger contrasts, and bolder tones create energy. They trigger alertness. The colors themselves, deep blues, vivid reds, intense blacks, mimic high-stimulation environments, similar to those found in entertainment and gaming. The result? Your brain interprets Samsung as action and Apple as meditation. Neurodesign studies show that before your brain even identifies what it's looking at, it reacts to brightness, contrast, and pattern. Apple uses soft gradients and symmetry to induce peace. Samsung uses asymmetry and motion to create thrill. Both are calculated. Both are manipulative. Hit like, subscribe for more deep dive into the psychology of design.